Alright guys, here is the deal. This is the last match of round 3. This is Eden's Embrace and Lycomedes. In real time, this was not the last match that was played. This happened on Saturday, and then there were a couple of matches after it. But originally, Lycomedes, Disno was supposed to be the one who was going to record this set. He attempted to narrate it live as it happened, and then he discovered after the fact, after he had already done that he had recorded the whole thing without sound, which is awful. So then he tried to, or was going to, go back and re-record the whole thing, but for whatever reason, not going to get too deep into it, not my business to disclose, but whatever happened in his personal life, and he has not been able to get around to re-recording this in the most recent couple of days. So, basically, TLDR, you are now stuck with me recording this. And like I said, this is the final match of round 3. After this, we'll be moving on to round 4 content, which I've already recorded, actually, so we're a little out of order in real time, but as far as you guys are concerned, the stuff is going to appear in the right order on YouTube, and all should be right with the world. So Eden's Embrace is Sparkling Dream. Lycomedes is playing as himself, and this is a round 3 lower bracket match. Therefore, one of these guys will be eliminated from the tour. So, Sparkling Dream, like I said, Eden's Embrace. He's on the bottom, he's got a Heracross, and it's going to be Lyco on the top with a Zapdos. Going to be Celebi switching in, and that's going to be hit by the Drill Peck, which was aimed to hit the 4x weakness on the Heracross. Instead, it will merely hit the 2x weakness on Celebi. Going to follow up here, fishing for a crit, doesn't get it. If he wants to play this game, he's got several more opportunities here. He could fish for a crit, but he abandons that, and he goes for Baton Pass here. I might have stuck it out and continued to do it for a while, but he sees it differently, and here comes Gyarados. Hidden Power Flying going to connect. It really doesn't do too much more than Drill Peck did. Intimidate might be relevant if the Celebi has BP. He gets a Leech Seed off here for Gyarados. We end up with Celebi on Celebi now, and it is just another recover. So after all those super effective attacks, the Celebi exits the battle at full health. Here is Flygon now. I love the nicknames for Sunny's team. A lot of you guys are not going to be able to pick up on this. I don't know if that one fits the theme, but I know that Space Lion is one of the songs from the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack, which is pretty chill. It's actually one of the best songs on the soundtrack, in my opinion. And Sunny, like myself, is a big anime nerd, so definitely appreciate that reference. Some of these I don't know. Like, I don't know if Live in Baghdad is a Cowboy Bebop song, but some of these other ones, Waltz for ZZ and Space Lion. Anyhow, I don't want to get too far behind here. The Magneton did attempt to trap the Metagross here, and he got a big Thunderbolt off, but he didn't kill, and then Earthquake got the Magneton killed, obviously. But Flygon does manage to revenge kill the Meta with Rock Slide, actually, not with Earthquake. But it works out just the same as long as it doesn't miss, which it didn't. So we've got ourselves a 5-5. Flygon pulls back. That's really unlucky. He's going to be hit with a crit pursuit on the way out. I mean, the pursuit would have done a decent chunk, but it definitely had zero chance of killing without a crit. And the crit comes at a perfect time and gives Lycomedes the lead. Interesting that Earthquake and Pursuit are on the same set for Lyco. You don't see that very often. Those two moves are almost never together. But this is one of those instances where apparently it is. However, Sunny has the faster T-Tar, he's got Brick Break, and down goes the opposing T-Tar. We've got ourselves an even game again. A lot of knockouts early on in this one. Turn 14, we're already in a 4-4 situation. Only one unrevealed for either guy. Hidden Power there, not very effective against Celebi, so that's going to be either HP Fighting if it's a mixed Zapdos, or HP Grass. Goes Thunderbolt here. That's an over prediction. Drill Peck obviously would have done more, but perhaps he thought there would be a switch. And here comes the Baton Pass after Thunderbolt for P2. Traces pressure that could matter vaguely, but this does not look like the kind of game that's going to get into a PP stall kind of situation. Both teams are offensive, and somebody will die the old-fashioned way long before we get into the PP grind. Magneton switches into a T-Wave here. Now Celebi switches into Mag. Thunderbolt, the best thing he can do. 17%, not a huge deal. Celebi free to get recover off. That's what he wants to do. He could also just BP out. He's going to opt for Heracross. Interesting that he switches to that as opposed to baton passes to that. But it works out in this instance. He's got the Hera against the Zapdos here. Hera not gaining leftovers of note. That could be a Choice Bander, but he knows Zapdos has Drill Peck, and as such, he gets out of the way. Also of note, based on the sand, the Zapdos is faster than the Heracross as well, so Sunny definitely had to get out of the way there, and did. Here's BP for Celebi, and there is Ice Beam on the way in. Underwhelming there, 34%. That's got to be a very fat Porygon too. Possibly max HP, max defense with no special attack investment to do that little to the Celebi. Celebi going to Swords Dance up, and Celebi is slower than the Heracross here. Needs to be very careful, would instantly die to the 4x weak Mega Horn, which is what Heracross goes for. Instead, he's going to find the Magneton. 70%, still a nice chunk. I think the Heracross is Choice Band locked. He appears to be. He goes Mega Horn again, unluckily misses, but Lyco not able to punish that as he is fully paralyzed at a bad time. I'm surprised Lyco is not switching to Zapdos or Gyra here, knowing that the Heracross is stuck on Mega Horn. He missed a second time as well, and now Thunder Wave hits him. That's going to make him slower, but it may be triggering Guts. But Sunny cannot hit a damn thing. He'll miss Mega Horn for a third time in a row. Those are all 85-15, so that's very unlucky mathematically. And now he's going to be fully paralyzed. Man, there is some poor luck here. 3 misses in a row and then a full para. I don't know what the odds are of that mathematically, but they're not good. And Sunny is tilted. He is going to concede. We saw similar behavior from him in the previous round, where he conceded very early in both games in a loss to Blightbringer. Sunny's head might not be in the right place right now, and we might be on the way to a very quick 2-0 for Lycomedes, and Sunny just taking a frustrated exit from this tour. His head has not been in it in the last several games we've seen from him. We'll see if that's the way it's going to end. Game 2 is coming up next.